Okay, so I want to brainstorm a little bit about this stuff, and hopefully you guys will take part, because I had a little, I don't know, a step in the thought, mini revelation. Okay. So about this debate site. Now, so there's two aspects to this as I see it. One is to have our free speech rights. Now, understand, it's not been a big deal for me. Don't step over the bounds of YouTube much, but still I've noticed it happens inadvertently. I use some things I thought were fair use or inconsequential. You know, the computer comes along and gets me. It's not a big deal. I don't want to use copyrighted music and stuff like this. I mean, it'd be nice to live in a world where you could, but it doesn't really matter to me. So I don't step over those lines. I don't tend to violate. I could because of cursing or something, but they haven't really made a big deal of that. So I'm not stepping over line of what the advertisers demand from someone of my size channel if I had a bigger channel. And I've seen a lot of people suffer from the complaint-oriented way YouTube works, which comes from having advertisers to please, I think. So that's one aspect. It's just getting our free speech rights. Not super all information wants to be free. I mean, that's fine. I'm kind of coming from that direction. But no, I'm not uploading movies and... No, but we should get free speech in fair use, for example. Okay. And then the other thing is I'd like to make some software to make it a little easier to structure conversations, to sort of extract some value from the conversations we have. You know, get some fact checking, create a repository of information that is generated, but right now just sits in the people's memory that had the experience. I think there's information there. I'd like to do both. And even if there's not information, I'd like to be able to look back and see what the trace of an argument, from 4 years ago was like. So, one thing I decided was that, there's no way to sit around and make a committee, to make an organizing committee. You just need to do it. Okay, and then I also have these other projects. So I went ahead and got this Rackspace server. And they use this buzzword cloud, but, all it is a virtual machine. But virtual machines, I've used to be against them because, they used to just operate like crap. But they've actually gotten really good, especially in the Linux world. Come on, dog. Especially in... That poor dog, I can't blame him. He just spends all his time over there by that doghouse. Poor guy. Roo. That's right. Get him, dude. He's a sweetheart, too. He's been out of his spot before. He's just sweet. But, some people would consider this ruining my video. But I don't blame them. It's just a bulldog. Roo! Roo! I thought maybe that'd get him to stop. Yeah, dude, it's okay. That worked. Neighbor. Okay. So these virtual servers that work pretty good, basically. It's a much better, like the old sharing of virtual server, virtual hosts. You're just on the same Apache server as a bunch of other people. You have no idea how much load there is. These virtual servers work in a much more you get what you pay for kind of way. So it addresses something that both Gary has said one thing and Conference Board another. One is Conference Board wants a network of sites run by various individuals to spread around the rules instead of the idea of getting one set of rules that's fine. And Gary wants to pay for exactly the bandwidth and stuff he uses. Well, this cloud approach with virtual servers, Rackspace and so on, makes this possible. Now, the buzzword cloud does have an effect. A lot of clouds could do that. But the nice thing about the OpenStack is you end up with just an Ubuntu machine. You can install anything on there. I found something besides ClickBucket, and I installed MediaCore on mine last night. And it's nice, but it doesn't do pseudo streaming, but I think I can get it to do that. So for a $15 server, you could get something up like that where people can actually upload to your server. And so my idea is that we make servers like that. You might get a $50 one and, be able to handle 100 users but you could get a $15 one and just handle it for yourself, and you'd have plenty of space because that's room for, over 1,000 videos depending on the size of your videos, and could stream, something like 800 videos at once. And these servers, if they're made right, they can know how to talk to each other, so they can even share videos. So when you make a video, if it's set up, if you want to do that, it's duplicated. So if you're someone else's $15 server, a little group of 15 people using that server, you might mark it so that people with other servers willing to duplicate your content do so, right? And then maybe organically it could grow to the size it needs to be based on some people are motivated to say, I'll pay $15 a month and not have to worry about YouTube, especially when there's a network still of thousands of people that are going to be able to see it because they all talk to each other's databases and so on. So, the idea basically is that everybody would try to keep they'd keep two databases, one of their own videos that they are in their nest, and then the other one would be try to be a complete database of everything that's out there. So when it's time to say, go look at this video, it could just point you to the server where it's hosted. Or if it wanted, it could have copied that video and show you from its own server. And if it's made correctly, it should be able to balance out. The thing about these virtual servers is you can clone them. Like if I have my site, I can save an image of that, clone it in 2 minutes, another machine running just the same way. See, no separate setup or anything. And this is why they use the cloud buzzword, because it's easy to sort of freeze and restart, or freeze and clone, roll back, have multiple images of servers. And so you can make small servers, and dynamically, when the load starts to come in, you can start other servers. And you only pay for when that server's up. So, yeah, I think it has potential. On the other hand, I don't have software specifically for this, but I have to redo a lot of my software anyway because I've been doing a lot of my playing around with Google App Engine, and I'm going to switch this over to WebPy with Apache and using WSGI. All right, cheers.